Greetings and salutations. I am Wood Oakton. Today, let's talk about the Southern Poverty Law Center indicted on federal fraud charges related to payments to extremists.
A civil rights organization now at the center of a federal fraud investigation.
And the Department of Justice announcing charges against the Southern Poverty Law Center, claiming the SPLC illegally paid leaders of violent extremist groups.
So, first off, it's just been my experience that you don't have to go far. I don't need the Southern Poverty Law Center to pay extremists to prove that there's extremism out here. The country was built on slavery, racism, and fascism. That's what the country was built on. I don't need them to pay extremists to be extreme. It's They operate much like a law firm full of attorneys. It's not entirely out of the realm of possibility for a law firm to pay to have investigators go out, gather information, which investigators sometimes have to pay for. Police do the same thing. Detectives do the same thing. But the Southern Poverty Law Center isn't allowed to do it. And I don't believe them anyway, that they paid that much. Yeah, probably over ever since their inception. Maybe they paid that much since their inception. But this is another case. PDF in the Oval Office is using our tax dollars to go after another group that he don't like. I do not need the SPLC to pay extremists to be extreme. All I gotta do is go to the gas station, and here comes some white boy giving me a Nazi salute. Nobody had to pay him to do that. Extremism exists in this country. It's how they get ahead.
Reverend Gwendolyn Cook Webb is a foot soldier and says that she has worked very closely with the SPLC over the past few decades, and that's why she just does not believe something like this could be true. Cook tells me there's more to the story, saying she doesn't believe the allegations against the organization could be true, but if they are, she's questioning what's going on with SPLC leadership. The organization's CEO has responded to the indictment, calling the allegations outrageous. Cook says she just doesn't believe that the organizations against the organization could be true, but if
300K to Aryan nations, 270K to unite the right, whatever the heck that is. 73K to former KKK members.
they are, she's questioning what's going on with SPLC leadership. The organization's CEO has responded to the indictment, calling the allegations outrageous. Cook says she just doesn't believe that the organization that has fought against the extremist groups for so long could be capable of paying off their leaders without a reason that supports the SPLC's mission.
That's an absolute lie for the Southern Poverty Law Center, who has always helped and assisted we, the Black people, those of us that were being affected and murdered by the
on the SPLC's prior use of paid confidential informants to gather credible intelligence on extremely violent groups.
So what I like to do is what the news has a tendency to do is they will go out and find the most inarticulate Black people, and bless the sister girl, but they'll go out and find, and of course they did talk to, obviously they talked to the SPLC director, which is this guy here, but sister girl, the black female that they spoke to a little bit earlier, she's not articulate enough to even be in front of a camera. To no fault of her own. But they love to shove that camera in front of a black person that cannot keep up.
This use of informants was necessary because we are no stranger to threats of violence.
The 11-count indictment includes charges for wire fraud, conspiracy to commit money laundering.
I'm waiting for somebody to come up with a figure of how much of our tax dollars are spent with this guy, this PDF in the Oval Office, Donald John, the PDF con, using our tax money to sue anybody he don't like. It's disgusting. And I tell you, if they made him use his own money, we're not having this discussion because he's not gonna use his money to sue people. But I'm telling you, there ain't no money like our tax money. It's like the American Express card. It's everywhere they want to be.
And for making false statements to a federally insured bank. In Birmingham, Zoe Blair, WVTM 13.
And see, that's Birmingham,
If
Alabama.
you're a producer who hates AI,
That's Birmingham, Alabama. What do you expect? You don't expect anything from them. You expect exactly what you see here. Them to continue being as lily white as they can be.